Hey, what's up guys? It's Jay here from 360 Studios, and today we are going to be looking at probably the biggest part of a new update to the game, which is the introduction of deck management. So you can see here it's a new sort of loading screen where you click to start with your fighter. Very shiny, lots of new buttons, so we'll quickly go through that. Basically you can earn VIP status in the game by following these steps that you see here. Basically registering an account, following us on our social media channels, leveling up a little bit, inviting friends, and then that will get you VIP status in the game. A nice little shiny badge. You'll also see the daily challenge thing to the bottom right. I will cover that more intensely in a different video, but for now we will look at deck management, like I say. So let's select the rookie, and that's pretty cool. We also have like a new tips bar at the bottom, and you'll see here that the UI has changed. Nice shiny glowing buttons in our gym. There's that daily challenge thing again, and there you'll see in the middle of training and rankings a new button that says deck. So basically what deck management allows you to do is have much greater control of which moves and the sort of approach in general that you take into your fights. So let's tap on deck to explore this deck management a little further. So you will see two panels here, a split screen. To the left is all the moves that you have earned, that you have got in your arsenal basically, and to the right is your deck. Now your deck can have 40 moves in it. It's got to have 40 moves in it, but you can have control over which moves you put in that deck. So scroll down here, you can see that these are the moves that are accessible to us across all disciplines. Okay, you could then just sort of target into Muay-Thai, so there are all our Muay-Thai moves that we're able to use at the moment, and Jiu-Jitsu. Because this is a new account, there's not many, and these are our basic sort of moves, the staple of our fighting arsenal, and then all disciplines again. When you unlock new disciplines, wrestling, kickboxing, etc., they will also appear there, and obviously you'll have way more moves because you'll have collected more. But for now it's just them. So you can see here is our deck. So basically the way you do it, if you want to add or remove moves from a deck, you just drag them across, and you can see that number's gone down from 40 out of 40 to 39. We could theoretically move all our moves over, as many as you want, and then they appear here. And likewise, if we want to say go to Muay Thai and put an inside leg kick over into our deck, we just drag it across. Now if we can also empty our deck and start from scratch like now, so it's got 0 out of 40, and then you can see a little description there that says MMA fighter. Now that is the purpose of that is to describe the current deck that you've got going. So for example, if we fill our deck entirely with Muay Thai moves, that MMA fighter has now changed to Muay Thai fighter. However, if we then fill it up with some Jiu-Jitsu, because we've got a mix of Jiu-Jitsu and Muay Thai, that has now turned to Vale Tudo. And then if we were to add, for example, wrestling moves or kickboxing moves, to fill it up and make it more, you know, look, there you go. It's now turned back into MMA fighter, which says that we're pretty much all rounded. Now, you can also autofill your deck. So say you don't really know what you want in your deck yet, or you've only got a certain amount of moves that you want in it and you're not really bothered what else goes in it, then you can autofill it. So you can click this little auto button here, and that will say, are you sure you want to autofill the rest of your deck? Press OK, and then that will just autofill it from the pool of moves available to you. Now you can then save your deck, and then this is the deck that will be used when you are fighting. You can also view the stats of your deck. So this basically tells you some useful information like how many attacking moves you've got in your deck, the defensive moves, and also which part of the body they favour. So we can see that when we're standing, we've got 8 moves to the head, 8 torso, 8 legs, and on the ground 8 head, 7 torso, 4 legs. You also see red is attack and grey is defense. You can also see how many secondary effects you've got going on. So if you look to the bottom, you can see that we've got 3 moves that can result in us getting back up. 1 tap out. We've got, what else have we got over there? We've got a takedown, a critical hit, and also stamina range. That says the average sort of amount of stamina that it will take to use your moves in your deck. And if we click on this question mark here, that can hopefully tell us a little bit more as well. There you go. So stamina range lets you quickly see how many move cards in your deck have what stamina cost. There are our secondary effects. Radar chart shows you how many move cards you have in your deck with certain values. Closer to the red target to the body. Head, legs. The more cards in your deck that attack that location. The closer the white to a target, the more cards in your deck that defend that location. So there you have it. You have little explanations as well that go along with deck management. Now you can also filter the moves that you're selecting from. So we can see the attack and defense moves. So that makes it so it's just all the attack moves. We press it again. All the defensive moves within Jiu-Jitsu. So we click that and it says that would show us all the standing moves in Jiu-Jitsu, but they don't exist. So we'll tap it again and they're all our ones on the floor. And then you can also sort of zone in to where they target on your opponent's body as well. So that's really useful if you wanted to find a move. Or you can just basically select all, the ones you've locked, the ones you've unlocked, or you can reset it. So that shows all our locked moves that we're aiming towards, all our unlocked moves. So yeah, this is a really good way if you want to narrow your search and find specific moves that you've recently earned. So yeah, here it is, deck management. So basically the idea behind this is that you'll have so much more control over the exact moves that you take into a fight, rather than it just being random and drawn from a big pool of every single move you've ever learned. You can cater your approach to a certain fight. So for example, if you were going to fight a friend and you knew that they were heavily relying on taking you down, then you might counter that by, you know, coming up with a deck that has lots of anti-takedown moves, or that has lots of attacking jiu-jitsu moves, so that when you are on the ground, you have a good chance at inflicting damage on your opponent. Stuff like that. You can basically customize the style. So that is deck management. This is a huge game changer. It will affect the meta game, and the competitive players will love it. It's got so many, it introduces so many new elements of strategy to the game, and yeah, have fun testing it and trying it out. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you next time.